Greetings, storytellers. You know, I was talking to a potential client this week, and she was sharing with me an experience, a very painful experience from her past. And when talking about it, she kind of said, like, while she's working through a lot of different things, she hasn't figured this one out yet. She hasn't figured out the why this happened to her. So I told her the story that I'm about to tell you, and I think it's helped me in my life kind of get a hold on things and entertain me for a second. So this, as the story goes, there is a woman who, she recently had a baby, and she's in the baby's room one night looking over the crib, looking down at her, meaning the little baby, and she sees this little girl, and she's so excited about being a mom. And she's so excited to tell her, and you know, she's a little thing at this point, the baby, but you know, it's not like the mom wants to rush things, but at the same time, there's so much she wants to share with this little girl, and so much she wants to tell her, and she just is so thankful to God and the universe for giving her this little girl, this angel, this precious little being. And she's like saying out loud, I wish I could tell you, I wish I could share this stuff with you that I know, that I understand. I wish I could talk to you. And then kind of something happens. And there's a booming voice that appears in the room. Loud enough that she can hear, but not waking the baby. And the voice kind of says to her, I hear you, and I'm going to grant you your wish. So here are the rules. Your baby can ask you 3 questions, and you can answer them, and she'll understand you, and you can talk to her. And since this is your desire to share with her, this is what I'm going to give you. So the mother is like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. The next thing, she looks down at her little baby girl, this little baby, opens her eyes, and looks directly at mom, and starts. So she says, Mama, why is it sometimes cold and sometimes warm? And the mom, who was still very excited, she can't believe this is happening, is like, oh, that's what you're asking me? But okay, I'll tell you. Because there's something called temperature. And, you know, when we warm the temperature up, you feel a little more warm or cozy, or you could put blankets or clothing on you to warm you up and change the temperature. And sometimes it's colder, meaning that the temperature in the room, the feeling is there's not enough warmth, and it leaves your body feeling that cold feeling. And that's really it. She talks a little about how temperature happens and what it feels like, and that's it. The baby says, Mama, why is it sometimes dark and sometimes light? And the mom, again, a little taken aback, because she's like, there's so many things I could share with this little girl, and this is the question, but okay. And she explains how the earth rotates, and how the sun appears, and there's sunrise and sunset, and that it gets dark and light, and that we can also turn on lights in the dark, but basically how dark and light works. And she says, thank you, Mama. And then comes the third question, and the mother is waiting. And the third question, the baby says, why do some things feel on me very soft, and some things kind of make me itchy or don't feel good? And again, mom's a little taken aback, but she explains, of course, in a very loving manner, how clothing and materials have different textures and can feel different ways based on how sensitive you are. And after that, the baby says, thank you, Mama. And she closes her eyes and goes back to sleep. And the mom is just standing there. And she kind of looks up and looks up at the ceiling and goes, that's it? That's what you gave me? That's all she asked? There's so many things I could tell her. And the voice responded. And the voice said to her, the baby can only ask what it understands. This is all it understands right now. This is all your little girl understands. Temperature, feelings, light and dark. A person can only ask questions based on their current understanding in life. And then the mother got it. And this is the lesson that I leave you with and hope that you get. Because we ask questions about why things are the way they are, but maybe our understanding is not there, that we can ask a better question and perhaps get a better answer. Or maybe we're just not able to understand certain things based on where we are in life, just being humans, based on our senses. Maybe there's limits to what we're capable of understanding to the way this universe works. And I guess that's where faith comes in, and that's where trust comes in. And that's where you kind of have to, number one, learn to ask better questions, because better questions lead to better answers, but also to accept certain things that you may not understand, why you lose a person, why some of the horrible things that happen in this world happen, but maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's something more than us. Maybe there's a greater understanding that we just aren't able to understand based on our limited scope of this world. And if you think about it, something as simple as being infinite. We don't understand infinity. We don't understand forever, because everything we know begins and ends. Trees, seed, we plant a seed, flower grows, flower dies. People we know are born, they die. Everything we kind of know in our experience has a beginning and an end. So we really can't understand infinity if it exists, because our senses are too limited. So moral of the story is, sometimes it's best to just have faith. And you may not have the answer you want, but there may be certain things in your life that have been holding you back, that have been paining you, that have been plaguing you, and you're still searching for an answer. Maybe the answer is just to accept. Maybe the answer is just to have faith in something more than you, and that there's a reason for everything. So think about it, because it's really helped me in my life. Create an amazing day, storytellers.